All right. We are back with yet another edition of NBA Fantasy. I hope you all had a very good game week one. It was capped off by a couple of wonderful games, nail biters right there. I hope you all bagged enough points, although there was a disappointment for me in my first game week conclusion. We shall get into that shortly. And I will be making some early transfers in the week just to cover up that early disappointment. So kicking off, let us look at how the final game day of week one ended. So looking at the matches that we had on the night. So it was game week one, day 6. Just to take a look at the games. There you are. So, of course, there were early tip-offs. That was the man Wembenyama hosting the Brooklyn Nets. And, of course, they had a tribute for Greg Popovich before the game. And, of course, Wembenyama made sure that they did not lose that game. There he was with 31 points on the night, but it was crazy. I think he had around 4 blocks, which was amazing. It was really 6 blocks in the game. There he is. Wow, it was a very, very good game for Wembenyama. Another player that was really, really class was Thomas. Cam Thomas. He was all over the place. He was shooting threes from all over the place. So if you want a very good player, there he is. He can fill up on your backcourt, and but it wasn't enough. Wembenyama and company were really, really stronger for the Brooklyn Nets. Then Celtics, they are in trouble. They have lost all the games I think they have played, if I'm not mistaken. They were actually started well in this game. In the first quarter, they took, I think, a 10-point lead. Yeah, and we actually thought they would actually upset Pistons, but the Pistons came back with Cade Cunningham and, of course, won the game. Cade Cunningham scored a total of 47 points, and in the game, 25 points, which is good right there for him. And, of course, Brown continues to be the main man in Celtics. So if you're interested, his minutes are high, his usage rate is high, so you should maybe consider bringing him in if you're looking at Celtics. Then, of course, we crossed into the following day. And, of course, the great man, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo actually became the first player in the NBA history to open the season with 100 plus points, 40 rebounds, and 15 assists through his first 3 games. There he is, a record setter, and I'm thinking of bringing him in early this week so that I try to bag some of the points that he will be delivering. Then, of course, Donovan Mitchell was on show for the Cavaliers, but it still wasn't it wasn't enough for Giannis Antetokounmpo's record-setting 40-point game for them to bag a win. It was a close one, a nail-biter right there. So just to take us through a couple of highlights. Okay, so this was the bad news that I had, of course, in the game. As the Lakers were kicking off, it was actually a late communication that the main man, yours truly, Luka Doncic, had a finger injury. There it is. It was an update. I missed it, so I wasn't able to change. And the problem that I had, which is the bad news that I have for you, is that I actually captained him. So I've lost my captainship in the first game week. I didn't actually use it. So I am down. I'm just now trying to gather up and try to come back from that. Okay, there goes my PC. It's now freezing for some reason I do not understand. I think it's because of the videos and everything. So we go flip back. A couple of highlights I wanted to show you, but because of freezing, I am not going to show them. Just a second. As I flip through the screens. Okay, so that was it. Milwaukee Bucks lost that game. It was a very, very close one, but they ended up losing. Then again, New York Knicks also lost to Miami Heat. Wow, look at Paul. Norman Paul is actually doing so well after moving to Miami. 250-pointer games, wow. But we need a consistent player. But he's a good one because if you're to see his price, it's a very good price for someone to give you 50 points a week every other day. Branson, of course, together with his company, actually bagged 60 points in this game, but it wasn't enough. Together with Kyle Anthony Towns, well, they were not able to bag another win for their team on the night. Mikal Bridges also was in contention. Of course, he always delivers, he always comes through. Okay, so that was Miami Heat. Then, of course, Charlotte. This is actually a contender for the Player of the Day. LaMelo Ball. He had, I think, a career high, 86 points. Wow, look at that! Look at that! That was amazing. It was an amazing game. So you can bring him in. You can. I don't want to say you can build around him, but it's possible. Although he's injury prone and his price is actually very, very high. Yeah. Okay. Then the Indiana Pacers lost to Minnesota. I'm actually looking for Edwards. Wow, that's not good. He actually got injured in the game, the hamstring. Wow. It's early in the season, injuries are kicking in, so you need to be very, very careful the way you use your transfers in the week. Then, of course, Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag is awake, and this time round, he wants his Rookie of the Year title because Edgecombe and VJ Mike Mitchell are pushing for that title, and they're actually playing very, very well. But he had a very good game. It's actually improvement. The first game was 10 points, the second game 18 points, the third game 22 points, which is very good. Means there's a trend. He's getting better and comfortable. And they actually won the game. Anthony Davis, reliable assassin when he's fit. He will give you good points. He will give you whenever he's fit. And then, of course, the Clippers finally got their win. Kawhi Leonard right there with 54 points in this game. He managed to score 30 on the night. Zubac is actually coming back to his usual form. Last season he played so well. You could say it was his best season yet. And yeah, if you're considering a center, a big man, but this price is really high. I wouldn't advise you to get him. Yeah. Okay, and then the final game of the game week was the one I tried to captain Luka in. Yet I was torn between Wembenyama or Luka, and I ended up putting it on Luka, so I ended up losing those points right there. But my consolation is that it's still early days, and I can still catch up. So, but Reeves was amazing, and I'm actually considering bringing him in this game week. Those are the quandaries that I'm going through. Let's see, maybe my PC is back to shape so that we can play some highlights. So this was the Milwaukee Bucks taking on Cavaliers. They lost that game, but Giannis Antetokounmpo ended up bagging setting a record, of course, being the first player in the NBA history to open a season with 100 points, 40 rebounds, 15 assists through his first 3 games, right there. Yeah, but the season is underway. It's amazing games left, right, and center. So there is no shortage of fun and entertainment. So this was Branson and crew, New York Knicks taking on Miami, and of course Norman Powell was on fire in this game, and he delivered. Kyle Anthony Towns was good. He's reliable. It's just that they have started late. There is no. That's Antenobi. Antenobi. Then Norman Powell, he's good. He has a shot on him, a very, very good shot. So those are some of the players. This is Kyle Anthony Towns, passes to Mikal Bridges, basket. There it is. There it is. Amazing. 1, 2 for those. But they ended up losing the game on the night. So that wasn't the best for them. Then this is, of course, Cooper Flag and Company. They were taking on Indiana Pacers. Oh, sorry, no, this is Timberwolves. Yeah, this is where Edwards got injured, got a hamstring injury in this game. He wasn't able to finish it. Yeah. Then, of course, just a couple of highlights that I wanted to show you that capped up our first game week. And of course, tonight we shall be starting game week 2 with the first games. You should be able to field the full team. There are actually so many games that are going to be playing, and of course the deadline is 30 minutes before the first tip-off of the night. So yeah, a number of games there. Detroit Pistons will be hosting the Cavaliers. 76ers will be hosting Orlando Magic. Chicago Bulls will be hosting Atlanta Hawks. Houston Rockets, Brooklyn Nets. Then, of course, New Orleans Pelicans. I'm sure they will get a win here because everyone is losing. I mean, the Celtics is losing to everyone. So with the new and improved main man, they will definitely get a win in this. Then Toronto Raptors taking on San Antonio Spurs. This is going to be a thriller. It's going to be a thriller. The Raptors are not a joke. It's going to be another thriller. Then another amazing one is, of course, Dallas Mavericks taking on the champions. That's Oklahoma City Thunders. I might end up bringing in to replace Luka. I just hope his price hasn't dropped, which will, of course, put me at a disadvantage. Yeah, should have done that actually yesterday when I realized that he was out. All right, then Utah Jazz will be hosting Phoenix Suns. Minnesota without Edwards will be hosting Denver Nuggets. I'm assuming Denver Nuggets will most definitely take that. Then Golden State Warriors will be hosting Memphis Grizzlies. Now, in football terms, this would be a derby. Memphis Grizzlies are stubborn, but that was way back. I don't know if they are still as stubborn as they once were against Golden State Warriors. They would actually take them to the wire until the last minute. It was a stubborn team back then. Then, of course, the LA Lakers. It's the best time to get Reeves into your team. I'm actually planning to bring him in. We'll be hosting Portland Trail Blazers. Now, going to my squad to see the points that I had. I actually fell below average. I messed up my captain. Wow, it is so hard, disheartening actually. Because I was torn between the two, Wembenyama and Luka. Luka's flag was orange at the time, and usually the orange flags, okay, I knew it was a risk still, but I hoped he would recover because he had started on form. He was on fire. See, 82, 76, I really thought he would. But word is out that he is out for approximately a week. So I'm assuming this whole game week he won't be playing. So he's definitely going to be shipped out of my squad. I will get someone to replace him shortly. We shall do that. We shall make that decision together shortly. So, but when Benyami pulled through for me, tried to salvage something for me in the final game of the of the first game week. Sorry. All right. So now come to transactions. I have to get rid of Luca. I am most definitely thinking. So I go to fantasy points. Interesting. How is DeAndre Jordan? What? I want to see the points. Oh, they're using last season. So I was wondering. It's actually this season. What? New Orleans Pelicans. Okay, this must be an error or something. This is fantasy points. There's no way DeAndre Jordan has 700 points. In which games? It doesn't. This is interesting. That's an error or something. I think we're considering last season's points, but that's an error. So Wembenyama is still leading with most points. Anthony Davis always reliable, always reliable. He's always among the best up there. But anyway, I'm looking at the front court, the back court. Sorry, I'm torn between these two. Oh, look at him. He's already 18.5. That's what I was telling you. The price changes are crazy. I missed out on him. I would have brought him in. Okay, so one of the things you need to consider game week 2, just look at the schedule, see how many teams he has. He has one, two, three games, 4 games in game week 2. That's a good one. Austin Reeves has one, two, three, four, and well evened out games actually. So I'm more tempted to bring in Reeves than any other. Okay, that's good. We get Reeves. The Melo Ball. Looking at the schedule, 1, 2, 3, 4, but they're not well evened out. Not well evened out. Steph. I don't like Steph. Okay, I do like him, but I don't think he normally has on and off games, on and off days. So I wouldn't go for him. Harden, it's like he's back on form, but how many games does he have? Nope, just 2 games this game week. That's out. Okay, I'm going to go with Reeves. I would have gone with Shea, but his price is too much. So whereas with Reeves, I get to I get 5 million in the bank. 5, let's see, 8. Let me see if I can get a backcourt player. A front court, sorry, front court player. Anthony Davis. But then I would have to replace the first series players. Who has 1, 2, 3? Okay, that's a candidate. I think Golden State Warriors has 4. Okay, I'll stick with him. Wemby has 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, has 3. Ideally, this is the guy I should be replacing. 1, 2, 3, Oh, who has actually 4 games? Mm, 1, 2, 3. Mhm. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 1, 2, 3. Just Davis. 1, 2, 3. Just 3 games as well. Uh, okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I'm just going to replace Dominic Barlow because most of the players have 3 games, and I'm doing it early in the game week just because of the problem with Luca. So to bring him back will most definitely have to be next game week. Yeah, that's what that means. So let me move a bit more to see if I can get some good backcourt players. Yeah, I'm seeing someone in the bank. I have 9.5. 9.5. I'm bringing in. You see how many games he has. Review 1, 2, 3. Yeah, not that good. Not that good. Let's see if I can get someone who has more games. Because most of my best backs have 3 games. So, Cooper Flag. So the Cooper Flag has 4 games, not 3 as well. Let's see. All these guys are expensive. Wow. With 9.5, I can't afford the player. That is worthwhile. I have to go on the list down to get the player. Chris Middleton. 3 games. So maybe this is interesting. Rui Hachimura has 4 games. History is getting better, though not the best. Larry McAdoo, all these guys are expensive. I might end up going with Rui because he will give me 4 games. Let me see Utah. Utah also has 4 games. Yeah, I might end up going with Rui Hachimura. Okay, we're going with Rui. Let's go with Rui. Yeah. All right. So for this game week, I've risked again. I'm going to have to hope that all goes well. Could have done any better in the front court. Let's first reverse that. Remove install player. So I have 5 in the bank. Want to replace Snow. It's 9.5. It's front court. Let's see what 9.5 can give me in the front court. In the back court, sorry. I can get you holiday. How many games do you have? One, two, three. No. Portland Trail Blazers. Okay. 40 points. Seems good actually. Consistently high. It would have to be Dues holiday. Yeah. Even Ty Jones. Ty Jones was good. But his games, one, two, three, four, actually, 4 games. That would be risky. Trey Jones. Hmm. Trey Jones. Let's see. Even that's okay. It's a painstaking um, process to pick. It's this early, so I just where I want to get to make the right decision. Maybe a Mitchell. Yeah, that's very low points. Okay, so it's between Trey John and getting Rui Hashimura, and yeah, it's Rui honestly. Let me just confirm something. Just want to compare Trey and Rui. Ah, people are so expensive. Yeah, Trey and Rui. Gotta be Trey and Rui. Anthony Cole is injured. Mason Daniels, no. But he's expensive, man. Tyson. Okay, so it's between Trey and Rui. So, oh man, should I go with my gut? Now, this I believe would be a risk. Whereas Rui, I believe would be best. Okay, so just look at Rui one more time. Rui Hachimura. Or maybe I upgrade, but the problem is that Hannes Antetokounmpo has 3 games. Evenly distributed. In the same days. Gamer. Okay, so what to do? Let me see. You know what? I'm going to upgrade. If it's even possible. Oh, it's not even possible. That would be 13. It's not even possible. Okay, so let's go with. Okay, we're running out of time, but just wanted to compare Rui. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ty Jones. Gonna go with Ty Jones. Where are you? Chicago Bulls. Ty Jones. 9.5. Same positive. Nah. I think it is reliable Jones. How many? One, two, three. Result test programs. Yep, Chicago. Win one, two, three, four. All right, let's go with him. Okay, so those are the transfers that I'm making. The transaction confirm. Okay, so tonight the squad that will be playing, I'll have Kaminga, Wembenyama, Edgecombe, and everyone is playing. So I have to pick the best. The best. Okay. So, look at Kaminga. Between Edgecombe. Yeah, gotta go Edgecombe. Gotta go Edgecombe. Wow, which is actually good as well. It's tough. Entitled. Wow, brought this on myself. All right, so just flip this. Go to the back. All right, so this is my squad. I think I'm going to settle for this. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I saved my squad. So let's hope you guys also are able to set your team to get the best. So maybe one other last thing to show you are the best players of the season. I mean of the game week. We see there Giannis Antetokounmpo with some good points, but of course Lamelo Ball together with Reeves, 86 points. They take the day's best players. So thank you very much, guys. Until tomorrow, peace out.